Hey guys, me again. Before we start on the video, let me just stop you right here and just say I'm sorry. The beginning was supposed to be a lot longer, and the ending was supposed to be a purely good masterpiece on my behalf. But the thing is, I recently got hit with some copyright claims on trying to upload this beforehand. So a bunch of stuff has been cut around. I'm trying to make a different ending with a different song and trying to re-edit the whole ending credits so it can match up to what is the finished product. I am terribly sorry for the delay, guys. I really do wish that this didn't happen because I worked really hard on this. But what can you do with monetization and people not really caring about promotionalist of fair use being the claim of things, right? But anyway, here you go. Here you guys go with my retrospective of Twin Peaks. For those of you that wonder what lurks within dark woods, alone when you're just walking by, never once look into the owls, for you see the owls are not as they appear. Greetings, everybody. It is your favorite guy of the monotone persuasion. It is me, V, from both the Black Pyramid and Culture Clash X, giving you guys a small little retrospective of Twin Peaks. And why am I doing a retrospective of it now instead of next year when the reinstallment of it comes out? There are a couple of reasons why, and that is the main reason. I don't have cable television anymore, so I won't be able to watch it on Showtime in time to give it a episode by episode review. However, the original is within arm's reach due to the fact that it is on many different shared sites and providers like Hulu and Netflix for me to watch at my leisure, since I don't really watch television much anymore due to the garbage that comes out, like insert random clip here, editor in the future.
Hi, Uncle Grandpa here, and I'm about to show you an amazing new product that will revolutionize the way you live. Introducing squirrel sweaters.
So, from here out, we're just going to do a retrospective of each season from David Lynch and Mark Frost's original creation. And we're going to start with the 8-episode first season first because that was a lot easier to marathon, even though the first episode was almost 2 hours long. I get it, you gotta make sure everything's installed properly, but come on, guys. 2 hours long for a good plot, a shitty subplot, a dumb other subplot, and a subplot where it's kind of implied, not implied, showcased later on that it's stupid for them to be antagonized in the first place. Like, allow me to break it down for you. The main plot from season 1 is the obvious one that everyone knows from Twin Peaks. Who killed Laura Palmer and scarred Ronette Pulaski, but no one cares about her much in the first season. Well, introduces a lot of good characters like Sheriff Harry. Is it Harry? Yeah, it's Harry. Special Agent Dale Cooper, who steals the show, and a lot of the people within the police force and the local doctor, who is the parent of one of the supporting cast. And if I don't really remember any of them off the top of my head, it's kind of because side characters don't really stick with me unless they do something memorable. Like another character we'll be talking about when I do the retrospective for season 2. That's something to make you guys come back, right? Anyway, from this whole beginning of the main plot, we do get a lot of good character development from both the head people for this, which is Dale Cooper and Harry. With Harry, he's just trying to get it because it seems like it's an interesting thing to happen to his hometown. He grew up in Twin Peaks. He doesn't want any of the civilians to think that it will happen to their kids or to the adults themselves, which is something a lot of people can relate to more than, I don't know, just some random sheriff coming from another town to deal with it. While Dale Cooper, on the other hand, who is an amazingly eccentric character, Like, he would give Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes a run for his money. And that motherfucker did stuff like this.
You're drinking embalming fluid.
Yes. Care for a drop?
You do seem
Excited?
manic.
I am.
Verging on
Ecstatic.
psychotic.
Oh, Robert, you make that movie enjoyable. Nevertheless, Dale Cooper really did know how to sell this movie right. Not movie, show. Sorry, I'm just keep picturing Dale Cooper as Sherlock Holmes, and I'm just like, oh my god, that would make too much sense. But he does steal the show in a lot of ways, from his detective reasoning to also him being involved in these supernatural, psychological thrillers sort of aspect for it, where he's in the Black Lounge with the creepiest midget in the world, and obviously discount Laura Palmer, who turns out to be Laura Palmer. That's only if you watch the film that kind of explains the prologue to this, but we're not touching the movie. That's TC or Lord Anubis's job. Or that son of a bitch other creation of TC's. My creations are weird, I know. And although we have that good plot going on, you know what kind of ruins it a little bit? Certain subplots. And I mean certain, I literally mean certain subplots. What I mean by that? Well, let's go from the top, shall we? First subplot is the famous lumber mill. And I only say famous, like the same way I say that Tommy Wiseau is a famous American fucking actor.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
I do not like that subplot for various reasons, because, for one, it's garbage.
Here's a good idea. Have a point.
I am not even trying to sugarcoat it in how I feel about it. It is utterly stupid and garbage. First of all, no one cares about fraud in the middle of a murder mystery / drama. We already have a drama for that, and it's already going down to fucking hell. Then, we also have other stupid things about it, like the whole, I want to burn it down for money, and I'm just trying to do this to piss people off, and it's like, dude, why? Why? What do you get out of this? What is the point? What is your point? Why are you even in this fucking show if you're not even integral to the overall plot?
What do you know? Haven't you heard of suspension of disbelief?
Then there's the other one involving a little girl's father by the name of I don't know, it's just something so generic. It just oh, of course. Benjamin Horn. Yeah, because apparently that guy was so interesting from the get-go episode that we had to give him an entire subplot of him trying to score a deal with people to buy up some property. Of course. It all makes sense now. No, think about it, guys. Think about it. Follow my face around this entire studios / house we live in. It makes so much sense to put a lot of it plot on him to distract us from the main plot, because it's greed. It's only tied to a subplot that's not involved with the actual plot.
You magnificent bastard, I read your book!
Isn't that exciting, guys? I hope it doesn't bite us in the ass in season 2. But, then we have the remaining subplot, which is the whole what Laura Palmer did in the behind-the-scenes subplot. I don't hate it as much as the other two for obvious reasons because it ties into the main story. But it bothers me when they try to do it with like small branches, like Laura Palmer's former boyfriend, Bobby, was pissed off at Laura for cheating on her with James, even though James was only with Laura because Bobby was like, I don't give a shit about you. I'm already with this other chick, but I'm just with you on the side because you got them nice titties and you probably put out a lot more. And then we have the whole James and Shelly plot line where it's kind of like Shelly's boyfriend, who barely is even in the plot, is trying to start some shit. And then it goes back to Bobby, and then Bobby and what's his face go to one of the main antagonists named Leo Johnson, and then Leo Johnson is just there like, I'm here to be evil, blah, blah, blah. And then from there we have other branches of it that make zero sense because they don't really follow well unless they go back to the main plot, because if they stand alone they make no sense. And then when you just sit there, you're like, if it wasn't in the main plot, would it even be here?
Space is warped and time is bendable.
Like, I've just been putting a lot of thought into this because it's kind of charming, at the same time stupid. Both charming and stupid. Charming in a way where it works for what you're trying to do when you're telling a story. Take notes, kids, for all of you that are trying to be future directors or screenwriters, these are kind of notes that you need to take from watching a show like this. Because it's kind of a parody of a parody that is trying to take itself seriously with certain narratives like this. But at the same time, when you're doing all this, you're kind of like, if we were to take this out of the main story, would this make sense to the overall arcing plot we're trying to do? Like, that's the only thing that I found issue with that subplot. Which is a lot more than I can say for the stupid sawmill and the ignorant other subplot. But that's not to say I didn't hate the first season overall. No. I loved Twin Peaks even more now that I've gotten to be an adult. Because when I watched it back when it first aired, I was just a little kid in some disclosed location in the world going off like, what in the hell is this? But now that I'm older and I'm a lot more calmer and patient, I can just sit there and appreciate what they've done. David Lynch and Mark Frost have kind of made the writing style I do in my off time kind of go full circle in a way. They weren't the core of what makes me an author. No. Those are other people I'll touch base in a top 13 for the channel. But for this whole purpose, what they did with the psychological, along with the melodramatic, regular drama, supernatural, and mystery element, that helped me a lot with certain things I'm doing right now. And I applaud them for it. Do I say that what they did with season 1 was perfect? No, but when you're only given 8 episodes for a first season, it's kind of hard. And I'm saying this from slight experience from something that I hope never surfaces. It is very hard to work on just an 8 episode budget or even just a 3 episode budget to just get everything sorted out. So what would I give season 1 of Twin Peaks? Certain people might be asking in the comment section from my 12 minutes of rambling. For what I do with television, I would give this a 11.8 out of 13.
Dramatic reverb.
There was a lot of things that were great about this, but from just personal hatred of the subplots, how certain characters didn't have a lot of good development over the course of the 8 episodes, and the fact that the network only gave them such a short budget to do all of this and only come out with this, even though it was good. The whole fact of the matter that the network didn't really give them more room or space to try and air out things so that season 2 would have been better. I still hold true to the fact that if they didn't try to make season 1 so short, season 2 would have been a whole lot better. getting more development out of the way, getting more elements introduced, and making sure that the mysterious killer that I won't say because you'll probably find him in a meme somewhere is not really fully explained. You just get subtle hints, sure, but in a story like this, and people are already kind of doing jokes about it years later, like with the Empire finale, by saying we didn't want another Laura Palmer. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I just find it astounding that this show kind of only got an 8-episode run for its first season, but I am glad that it was made. However, when we tune in next time for this little segment for the title that is right down below or just in the thumbnail itself, we will be talking about the god-awful thing that happened with a good promising start, that dive bomb called Season 2. I have been V, and be sure to tune in June 16th for a live Q&A and announcement video for CCX involving all of the new people that might be coming in, along with other new things being announced for all the channels, including new content, new heads-ups of things, and also some small little announcements of the next 2 episodes of Clash with the Stars.
Yo, now let me start off by saying we are not the same. Order my name and I'll dare be the punch of fame.
Hi guys, and once again, I am truly sorry you guys can see the original product of this. I worked day and night with sleep of the minimum trying to get you guys the perfect video together from the ground up. However, like I said, copyright claims, what can you do? So, I know this isn't the same kind of ending that you guys know I would do if you know how I do in the streets and whatnot, but at the same time, it is what I can do until I can show you guys the original product. I don't know when. But I do want to say I am happy that this was made regardless, because I do love the show. I know I had some slip-ups with this here and there, but what can you do when you're trying to start up from the bottom again? But I will see you guys in the next episode of Showcase with something else. Hopefully I won't get copyright claims for that too, YouTube. This is my whole thing about that copyright claim that happened to make me have to re-edit this when I already had it where I wanted it. Until next time, my lovelies.